Buzz Stoddard with Cruising Yachts here in beautiful Marina del Rey. We are the Jeanneau dealers and very proud to offer you our latest Jeanneau listing. It's a late model, I believe it's a 07 Jeanneau 45 Sun Odyssey. It's a very popular and well-known boat. It's fast, it's stiff, and she's beautiful. The name of the boat is Apple, and it's not because the owner is an Apple fan, although he is, but it's named after his dog. This particular boat has a beautiful dark blue painted hull with the gold accents and a custom teak deck. It was not a factory teak. It was very expensive to do, and the joinery work is perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. Varnish work is all kept up to date. The canvas work is top notch. It's all just been recently redone. And the boat is kind of a green boat. Just like cars, sometimes green costs a few dollars, but it has one of the most quiet wind generators I've ever been around. I can't even hear it. And also a couple of solar panels that are high output on top of the bimini, and together with an oversized alternator and a top-notch 12-volt system, top-grade deep cycle batteries. It really doesn't need a generator. It's very self-sufficient, very fuel efficient, and electrically efficient. All the bulbs have been replaced with very efficient bulbs throughout. So it's a miser on electricity, produces plenty of it, and you're not going to have to run the engine that often. Now, it's got a full complement of electronics and was fit out for world cruising. It just came back from 3 years in Bora Bora, where they apparently had a wonderful time. One of the deluxe hotels there allowed them to park on their dock in front of the hotel just because the boat looks so good. So it's fully found, and I'm just going to read a brief and only partial equipment list to give you an idea. It's got a Spectra Ventura 150 auto flush water maker. Those are top notch. It's got an ICOM single sideband. It's got the Pactor 2 modem, so you can email through your single sideband. An Alpine Quad V power MRPF 300, Christec battery charger, Xantrax inverter, 4 deep cycle batteries. I believe they're AGMs. I'll double check. It's got a separate engine battery. It's got a maxi prop. Those are feathering props. They're very expensive. They're $5,000. We sell a lot of them, but they're really efficient. They'll pick up a half knot and save you probably a day or two on an ocean crossing. It's got a complete emergency rudder, similar to what they require on the Transpac and Pacific Cup. So it's got to be independent of the onboard steering system completely. And he's got that, a very nice one. Never been used, hope it never will be. It's got the Raymarine life tag system, so with 4 life tags. Those are kind of automatic locating devices that the crew wears. If somebody goes over the side, even in rough water, you can easily find them with that system. It pops up on the E80 screen, and you just drive to it. It's got AIS, which is very popular. Everybody's getting that now, as well they should. It's got a Raymarine radar, autopilot, and the 2 solar panels and wind generator, of course. He's got 250 feet of 3/8 inch change, an overside anchor, and 300 feet of road. Now that's some deep water ground tackle. He also has installed an additional forward bulkhead. A lot of cruisers like that. If you ever had a collision, it's just an additional safety factor. It's got a refrigerator and also a separate freezer, so a lot of capacity there. An additional fuel tank and also an additional fuel pump, so you can circulate the fuel, you can run it through filters, you can go pump it from one tank to another. And that's important when you're using a water maker. You need additional fuel and less water storage. It's got a flat screen TV, a DVD player, and it's got a soundproof, vibration proof coupling, so it's a very smooth ride. He's got an upgraded Ray core, and he's got an Iridium phone. You kind of name it. For cruising, it really is ready to go. And yet it's been maintained in the kind of condition, I call it yacht club condition. In yacht clubs, everybody knows everybody, they see their boats and they tend to take good care of them. And that's the way this boat has been maintained, as you can readily see. It's also unusual. It's one of the few layout configurations. It's often offered, but not many people take it, but it's the twin masters. So you have huge masters fore and aft with large centerline berths, and each with its own head and shower. So when you have guests aboard, they feel like they're really yachting. They have really nice stateroom accommodations, and that can be a very, very nice feature. The Jeanneaus in general use Parkin hardware instead of Lumar. It's more expensive, but it's nicer. The Black Magic blocks. This has got 3 electric winches, including the large primaries, so easy to single handle or sail with a limited crew. And so why don't you come aboard and we'll have a better, closer look around. Starting forward, you'll see the ground tackle, very large Delta fast set plow type anchor, which is the most popular, certainly in our area, for the kelp and mud bottoms. They're ideal. Notice the large stainless steel swivel. That's very important. They're $150. We include them on all of our boats, but a lot of people don't. It keeps the chain from kinking, so it feeds properly. The windlass is recessed in the anchor locker, and like I said, 250 feet of 3/8 chain and 300 feet of road, so you're good to go. Another nice feature are the chocks. Jeanneau uses this beautiful quarter round toll rail, and in this case wonderful varnish job on it, but they also use these custom made handmade polished stainless steel chocks. Chocks are important. They give the proper lead to the cleat, so the cleat is much stronger when used in this fashion. It also reduces chafe. It looks good, and it's the way the proper yacht should be fit out. As we come back to the mast, you can see it's set up for spinnaker gear. That's important for cruisers because even though a lot of cruisers don't generally use spinnakers in transit, they do pull out the large jibs, and it's important to do that. If you use a topping lift and a foreguy, you can set that jib out there and not have to adjust it for days at a time underway. So it's a very nice feature to have all that already rigged. And as you can see, everything is led back to the cockpit so that you just don't have to come forward almost ever while you're sailing a boat like this. As you can see, the jib lead cars are adjustable on the track under load, which is very nice. The line adjuster comes aft. The jib sheet will come down to this turning block, which will give the proper lead to the Harken winch. Harken winches, unlike Lumars, are 2-speed, which is nice. The high speed for taking in the slack, and low speed, very powerful for finer adjustments. So it's a really nice setup. Jeanneaus are known in particular for their cockpits. They're very large, well laid out, functional, and you can tell that the people that work at Jeanneau, a lot of them are world-class sailors, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. They design boats that are functional and ergonomic, and sailors love to sail them. In this particular case, they've topped off the cockpit with wonderful offshore canvas work. The bimini, you'll notice, is all stainless supports, so there's no nylon straps or anything like that. It's got the rails up here for the solar panels. It's also got reinforcing rails below, which make great grab handles, and a center reinforcement as well as the solid stainless supports for the bimini. Truly an offshore bimini, and a lot of stainless in there. It's got this handle in front that's easy to grab. And again, on the Dodgers, you've got the separate rear handle and also the side handles for walking around. And again, instead of nylon strapping, it's solid stainless. It's about the best quality canvas work you can get. And this way, when people walk around, they used to grab the side panels and rip it, and now they've got solid stainless to hang on to. The handles on the table are also very functional. It's just a great cockpit. We've got cockpit speakers out here. We've got 2 maneuvering winches on the cabin top, one of which is electric. Push a button to set your main, push a button to set your jib and trim as well. So not much to complain about there. You even have a wonderful transom door. It's a very nice setup. Not many boats have a feature like that. The EU rates boats Class A, B, and C, Class A being the highest offshore rating. It basically says that the boat can be safely sailed in 60 knot winds with 10 meter seas, 30-foot seas. And on this plaque, it indicates how many people can safely sail on the boat in the various conditions. Class A, which is offshore on this boat, is 10 people. Well, that's a lot. If you look at the Class A rating on many of our competitors in this size range, it might say 4, 6, or 8. 10 is a high rating. It's been determined by the structural integrity, stability, safety, and construction of the boat, design, and so forth, all go into that rating. Class B is coastal, Class C is inland or protected waters, and so the number of passengers goes up in each category. You can see your engine panel and controls. It's really nice having them on the side like that. Easier access, easier to read than when they're on the back of the seat under the wheel. Over on the right, we have our side power bow thruster. Under that, we have the chain counter and remote control for the windlass. Very nice feature. And then we have the autopilot control, and under that a tri-data, or that's the wind machine. And then by the shifter throttle control, we have the autopilot control, and next to that the hot and cold water transom shower for people coming out of the water. Under the table, we have an E80, so it's very late model technology in the electronics, and it's on a nav pod, so it can be adjusted. And on the other helm, we have another wind machine indicator and a tri-data, which is speed, depth, log, and sea temperature on that. The cockpit has a wonderful, beautifully varnished table, which is large enough that you can really entertain. Large ice chest, chill your wine, and everybody can be comfortable. The long straight seats are really comfortable underway. You can stretch out, but at dinner time, fire up the barbecue, and you can really enjoy yourself out here. Welcome to the main salon of the beautiful Jeanneau 45 Sun Odyssey. It's a wonderful layout. It's been very popular, very successful, with a large full dinette with the stools facing the full settee opposite for great entertaining. It's a very sociable layout and one of the most popular we've ever had. You see the large screen TV. It's a functional barometer, very sophisticated. To starboard we have the ship's bell, and you can just see the quality of the woodwork. They were doing very high quality work when these boats were built, and the table is quite functional as a coffee or cocktail table, and then it expands out for full dining. Beautiful inlay treatment. It was an upgrade at the time. Very comfortable settee, magazine rack, nice large lockers, safety gear here. You've got your flares and your large floodlight, etc. Nice book shelves, reading lights. It's all there. The nav stations on these Jeanneaus are pretty much unrivaled. It's a forward-facing, and there's plenty of space for all of your electronics and so forth. We have, to begin with, the documentation plate, nice brass plate. And of course the number will remain the same with whoever buys it, as long as they're a U.S. citizen. And we have our DC panel with the voltage for the batteries, the current being consumed, and the charge rate. Below that, the AC panel. And then we have the navigation, electronics, and lights for the DC, and then the various DC appliances under that. Below that is there, I believe that's a Marlec is a sophisticated voltage regulator, and it may tie in with the solar panels and the wind vane. Then up on the top we have the Ventura 150 Spectra. That's the auto flush. I had a friend who had a Jeanneau in Puerto Vallarta. He left it there, cruised on another boat for over a year, and because of the auto flush, it maintained the entire system perfectly in that whole period of time. So it's a very sophisticated, top-notch piece of gear. You've got your Link 10 on your DC system. You've got your ICOM 802 single sideband. Note the E80 and the chart chip. The navigation system has charts for the entire Pacific Ocean, so you can sail from here to Australia and back, and you're already covered. It's a nice feature to have going in. Over here we have the remote wireless autopilot control. You can stand on the dock and drive your boat around if you want. Next to that is the Xantrac inverter panel, and then our VHF. We have the mics for both the VHF and the single sideband up high, as they should be, so that the cords are more convenient. Down here we have the Iridium phone. It's a satellite phone. I used one on my trip to from here to Tahiti. It was amazing, remarkable how clear it was. You could call anybody, and of course you have to remember anybody can call you, and it's but the prices per minute have come way down. Then behind that he has a computer setup that's tied into the onboard system, so it controls everything that you want it to control. Below that are three of the Raymarine little safety clips that will give your location if you ever go over the side. And he also installed a magnetic compass just for orientation while you're at the helm. Or at the nav station. You can mind the helm at the same time. Welcome to the owner's cabin forward, although the aft cabin can serve as an owner's cabin just as well. We like the lockers all along the side with the bookshelves built in, small mirror up forward, and we can have plenty of walk-around space and a step up to the pedestal berth. It's a wonderful setup. You see the full-length mirror next to the head door, and if you swing around, we have huge amounts of locker space and storage, hanging space, odds and ends, shelving. It's just great for cruising. Have a look at the head. It's got a separate stall shower, electric freshwater head, so there's no odor, Corian counter. It's just a very convenient, comfortable, functional setup. The aft cabin also features a large king-size centerline berth, a couple of comfortable settees, lots of locker space, and there's a pop-up above the bed under the cockpit table with a couple of port lights, adding additional light and ventilation for the boat. It's got its own private head with a separate entrance. Also with a shower. As you can see, we have large, spacious hanging lockers and other storage lockers throughout the aft cabin. And if you notice up top over here on the starboard side, that's the actual emergency rudder with the name of the boat painted on it. It's nice workmanship. Those are expensive. It's a magnificent galley. It features a large 4-burner range with oven, and for additional counter space, it's very convenient. We have a deep locker for dry storage, huge reefer and deep freeze, and a nice splash guard between the double sinks and the dinette. Lots of storage for all your needed items. And the L shape is very popular. It makes you part of the entertainment, and yet enough separation that you can get your job done. These great handrails here. A lot of people like to hook themselves in weather, and you can do that conveniently here. The boat also features an E-perb. It's got a heater. Just it goes on and on. So if you're ready to go sailing, this is the boat for you. The engine compartment is easily accessed. It's very clean. Even the filters are clean. The sump, it's got full access from the rear and also access from the side. It's got the oversized alternator, and the hoses look fresh, ready to go. Thanks for joining us on our tour of the beautiful Apple. And if she seems to be the apple of your eye, give us a call, come down and have a look. I'm sure you'll be pleased. Thanks.